a bit about her own journey with Young Living.
Okay, so welcome everyone. I love teaching classes with Grace. She's probably one of my favorite people to teach with. Let's see. Okay, so my journey with Young Living actually started in May of 2020. I cannot believe it has almost been an entire year.
Yes, it
And
is.
I mean, that's crazy, right? What a year of transformation it has been for me and my family, especially just for me personally. In the beginning, you heard Grace's story of how my father was introduced to Young Living first, and he brought oils over to my home. And I actually thought that he had lost his mind. I wanted nothing to do with essential oils. I thought they were only for people who were kind of crazy or people who were super hippy dippy, or I just thought they were not for me for sure. And so I kind of avoided it. And he left two oils in my home. He left peppermint and he left sniffle ease, which is an oil that is for sniffles. And he left those, and periodically I would use them. And every single time I used it, I used the peppermint for my head tension, and I used the sniffle ease for sniffles on myself and for my baby. And it worked. So I didn't tell him, but I was slowly becoming a believer of essential oils. And actually, when my son was born, he was born a micro preemie. And so he was born at 28 weeks, and he was only 1 pound, 12 ounces when he was born. And I knew that our lives were going to have to change. We were going to have to make some major changes in our lifestyle, in the environment that we set up for him and the rest of us. And so I didn't really know where to begin, but I knew that Young Living had thieves, and we're going to talk about that tonight. But or today, wherever you are. But thieves was what I wanted, because I knew that it was a safer way to clean my home. And luckily that May, my father gifted me an entire starter kit for my birthday and Mother's Day combined. And it has incredibly blessed us tenfold. And now I have to share with everybody. I literally have to tell every single person, and it's because it's my passion. It's my passion to love well by educating and empowering every single person to be your own wellness advocate. And equipping you with powerful solutions for a radical life change. And that's been my story. I no longer have to rely on somebody else telling me how to be well, and just kind of relying on anyone's say so. I'm empowered to make those choices myself, and I've found solutions that have helped me that are God-given solutions versus man-made solutions. So this is how I started with Young Living, which is our premium starter kit. And it comes with 12 amazing oils, a beautiful diffuser. Right now I'm diffusing with our white lantern. But we have some amazing diffusers, and then there's Ningxia Red samples and Thief samples in that kit as well. It's worth over $450, actually. It is an incredible value. And we really encourage everyone to also start that way, just because it's like the biggest bang for your buck. You're going to get the most for your money this way. But there's a ton of different ways that you can start your wellness journey. It doesn't have to be this way. So we just want to go ahead and tell you that in the beginning. So, are you ready to have your mind blown? Are you ready to learn so many things? Because you're about to. So on average, the typical woman applies over 515 chemicals every single day. A man will apply 80 chemicals in the morning. It takes 26 seconds for the chemicals in your products to hit your bloodstream when it's applied to your skin, and it takes 3 seconds when it's inhaled. So every time you're putting on that cologne or you are wiping down your counters after breakfast, you're inhaling those chemicals, you're breathing them in, and you're putting them on your skin every single day. Bioaccumulation is the building up of toxins over time, and our organs act as filters for these toxins, and they cannot, if you're constantly filling your body with toxins and toxins and more toxins, your organs are going to be overworked and they're not going to be able to filter out these toxins fast enough, and that causes bioaccumulation. It just builds up. So we're going to try to avoid that by getting rid of the toxins that we are exposing ourselves, our children, and our families to every single day. So greenwashing. Unfortunately, there are not enough regulations on what a company can say is green or organic or natural. The word organic and the word pure, those two words are not even actually regulated. So a company can actually use those words and the product may not even be truly organic or pure. So we have to really be aware of the ingredients that are on the bottle and not just read the front of any type of bottle of cleaner, household product, even food, like anything. I'm learning is there are still going to be many toxic ingredients lurking inside, and that is called greenwashing. So, and these toxins are endocrine disruptors, carcinogens, neurotoxins, and so many more. And it's really sad because we think that we're doing better because, oh, we bought this organic, blah, 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 blah. But really deep down inside, there's still some horrible ingredients. So if you look at this list, you may see some familiar products that maybe you or someone you know has purchased, and there's still some really harmful ingredients lurking inside. Okay. Go ahead, Grace. You're muted though.
Yeah, I got up just now, so I'm muted. All right. I'm going to see if I could bring up back I like looking at the people when I'm talking. I'm seeing you. I want to see some other people. All right, good. Okay, so we also, as ladies especially, we like to use perfumes. And guess what? All of these perfumes have what we call a synthetic fragrance. If you look at most of the bottles, it says fragrance and red and yellow, blue, and all kinds of FC, red and blue and yellow. A lot of these things, we don't realize that they actually have chemicals in them, and they are going to affect or disrupt our endocrine system, the system of our hormones that helps us to function in so many different ways. So the household cleaners that we use, even those that look natural, are really highly toxic because they have some fragrance in them. And a synthetic fragrance is essentially a chemical soup of hundreds of different toxins, sorry. And companies are not mandated to disclose what's in them then because they're considered trade secrets. So we sometimes don't even know what it is. I was thinking to myself, I should have bought myself some shampoo and stuff in the US, and I didn't buy it then, but I came home and looked at it and realized that they had sodium lauryl sulfate was the first thing in it. And I'm like, oh, I did my own research on that and saw that that has a lot of toxins in it. And so many products that I was using has that in it. So I just really was thinking to myself, I have to change what I'm using and get to some Young Living products. Okay, Jessica, we can go to the next slide. Now, we have found a better way, especially to clean our home. All right. Say hi, James. We're happy to have James. James was invited by Ruth. Is that correct? James?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Good. It's Ruth's brother. Welcome, welcome, James. It's good to have you. Yeah. You can mute for us. You answered us, so we're happy to see you. So you can mute for us. All right, so Thieves Household Cleaner is definitely the bomb. And I have been using that. I use it in every single part of the home. And the fact is that it is so inexpensive because you only need I just use like a couple of capfuls to make a 16-ounce bottle. So you're spending like $150 in terms of in US to make a 16-ounce bottle that I use to spray on every surface to clean the bathroom and stuff. So I've said goodbye to all we don't call names, but any kind of bleach. I don't use any kind of bleach because this is plant-based and it's at the same time, it's actually boosting your immune system while you clean. That's a win-win. So you're cleaning the surfaces and at the same time, the ingredients in the thieves, and you're gonna learn a little bit more about the thieves oil, that it's helping to boost our immune system. So that's absolutely awesome.
Yeah, so it's only $1.50 to make an entire 16-ounce bottle of cleaner. I think it's even less than that if you buy the 90 ounces of household cleaner and then you just use a capful. I think it's only 80 cents. It's like, it is so cheap and you're using the best products out there. There is nothing harmful in the Thieves Cleaner. And it is literally just herbs and the oils. So it is the best thing. I will actually even clean my child's high chair with him sitting on the high chair because I'm not scared. It's not going to bother him at all. If anything, it's going to help him with his immune support. So it is awesome. I just had to add something in there, Grace, because I just love Thieves so much. It is so freeing to know. Y'all, I haven't bought cleaner in almost an entire year. I have not bought any household, nothing, laundry soap, nothing in an entire year. In May, it'll be a year. It's crazy. That's crazy.
It is. So it's inexpensive. Actually, a friend of mine in the US did a comparison. As I think it was Michelle. She took all of the stuff that she would normally buy in the supermarket, and when she looked at the prices of what she was spending on all these different toilet cleaners and kitchen cleaners and tile cleaners, it was just amazing that she was spending less money and benefiting so much from using the Thieves Cleaner. So as you can see, we have some Petri dishes there. We've mentioned some names of some of the products, and those the dishes there shows you what the dishes, what is in the dishes, the amount of toxins, the amount of things that are in these different cleaners. BJ is joking and showing me that one of them belongs to me, Mrs. Myers. No, I'm not Mrs. Myers. But as you can see, I'm Miss MY, not ME. But if you look at it, thieves, oregano, thieves all oregano and thieves cleaner are definitely the cleanest ones that we can use and the purest form that we can use. When I didn't have access to the thieves cleaner, while Danny was away and I didn't get any in Jamaica, I took a small bottle of the thieves oil and I put it in water and I used that on my surfaces, even though I didn't have the big bottle, the cleaner. And that just made the place smell so amazing, and I know that it's clean. All right, now, I don't know if any of you were like me, but I loved to use different types of candles. I love the smell that it creates in the house. And sometimes if there was something that got spilled or if I cooked fish, Ruth is a fish cooker and she loves to make sardine casserole or something like that. And you know that when we make sardines, it makes the place smell, right? So I love to use candles, but then I'm coming to learn that the paraffin wax releases highly toxic chemicals whenever we use them, all right? So we have to realize that. And then we also have benzene and toluene. These are known carcinogens that we find in diesel fuel, and formaldehyde, which is also a known carcinogen. I bought Danny a picture, and at the back of it, it says, it was a nice picture talking about the 10 commandments of marriage. It says, be caution, this product may contain formaldehyde. And these toxins can cause headaches, dizziness, asthma attacks, respiratory tract infections, and even cancer. So we know that we have to really be very careful about having those things. So sometimes we say, all right, I'm gonna buy a higher price candle. Jessica's brother had given me a Bath and Body Works card for Christmas a year or two ago. And I was, well, I lost it somehow because a lady took my, I left my purse somewhere and I didn't have it. So, but in my mind, I was like, I'm gonna buy this candle. I want a candle with pineapple smell and this, because I thought Bath and Body Works is definitely a step up, you know, it's a nice store and they sell nice stuff. But that doesn't mean anything. It still has the same toxins in it. And even the soy or beeswax candles can also be dangerous. I mean, they might be a little purer, but remember that they have to have a synthetic fragrance to give you that nice smell. So not good for us at all, even though it's something we do. So yeah, we have alternatives.
And I was just going to add, sorry, that if you go and you look on the back of any of your products at home, I challenge you actually to do this. Go home. Well, you're already at home, but when you have time, turn your products around. And if it has perfume or fragrance or anything like that, then you're basically putting ingredients that cause cancer on your body and you're breathing it in. So and synthetic fragrance is in everything.
That's true. Yeah, I just see Ruth saying that she puts her diffuser on after she's done the sardine, you know, because we know that sardine smell, but because we know it's so good for us, we gotta have it. All right, we also have plugins and air fresheners. We always have mission teams here, and we always were buying plugins. Before the team gets here, we put the plugins with the different fragrances in the room to kind of freshen the air. And then we also have those spray air fresheners and, you know, different types of air fresheners that we would leave. But now we're understanding that they have chemicals in them. Naphthalene that can cause lung cancer and tissue damage, formaldehyde again, and also volatile organic compounds. Because these things really make your air quality worse. They degrade your air quality and they leave us vulnerable to different sicknesses. So they're toxic and dangerous. Even though we love them, they're not the best thing for us. Okay, Jessica, over to you.
Okay, so instead, what we do is we diffuse. And I don't know if you can see the smoke coming out, but I have the.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you can
Carolyn
see
has
it.
joined us. Welcome, Carolyn.
Hi, Carolyn.
It's
Welcome.
Ruth's
I'm
friend.
so happy
I'm
you're
thinking,
here.
welcome. Yes.
So instead of using candles, instead of using air freshener, those wax melts, any of those harmful synthetic fragrance filled toxins, we diffuse. And when you diffuse, not only are you freshening your environment, but you are also going to take out all the toxins, and you're going to purify the air that you're breathing. It's not just covering up the smell. It's so inviting. It's so nice. This has that candle. It looks like a beautiful candle, right? It's so nice. And then I can change the colors if I want to. And then you're going to boost your family's immunity based on the oils that you put in. And then you also support your emotional health. Anytime I'm feeling super down or like, oh, it's just we all have those days where it's like, oh, it's just a horrible day. So I'm going to go to my diffuser and I'm going to put in a bunch of citrus oils, and I'm going to boost my mood. So all of our diffusers are 3-in-1, highest quality. They're also atomizers, so those are harder to find. So laundry soap. Okay, this is like my favorite thing to talk about. If you know me, I love the laundry soap.
Ruth is a laundry soap girl.
Yeah.
Yeah, she could probably tell us too about how she uses a laundry soap. Here she has it right behind her there.
Unmute yourself, Ruth.
Yeah, tell us about using your laundry soap.
Oh yes, I've ready. This is my laundry soap. I put a cap full in a 250 ml bottle. It's in my kitchen. I don't want to run out and get it, but I put it in my bottle, and then I put it in a laundry bowl in a little cap thing, straight in the washing machine, and it comes out really nice and fresh and lemony scent. So yes, I use it every week.
Wow, that's great. I don't know that dilution recipe. There's lots of different, all of Young Living's products are super concentrated. So there's a ton of different dilution recipes that you can make, like DIYs and stuff. So my bottle, that same bottle that Ruth has, I bought that same bottle last June, and I have the same bottle still.
Yeah.
It lasts forever. It is amazing.
Yes, I have mine since October, and it's still going. I've only used about that much.
Wow.
Since October, and it's still full. And I've got another one. I still have another one still to go through.
Awesome.
Yes, I recommend it to all.
Awesome.
That's awesome. Yeah. That is super cool. I should go ahead and get one and just maybe hand out some samples to people. But that is so exciting. I love the laundry. I mean, I have 2 children and a husband, child, and we have 3 dogs, and my house is crazy, and we have like guests all the time. So usually there's anywhere from 4 to 6 people living in my home at one time. And so laundry soap is a big deal, right? And laundry soap is awful. Okay. The environmental working group, you can Google this, but the environmental working group rated 89 different laundry detergents as an F. That means it's going to like kill you. Okay. Like it's awful for you. So, I mean, it's not going to like directly kill you, but eventually it's hurting you. And so, and these are some things that are in them, like what we've already talked about, the sodium lauryl sulfate. Google it. So bad. I'm telling you. When I learned these things a year ago, that's why I've become so passionate about it, because I cannot allow any of the people that I care about or people I don't even know to live not knowing these things, right? I mean, I'm sure y'all all can relate that when you know something, when you find out the truth, you got to share it. And laundry soap is awful. And so there's sodium lauryl sulfate, there's a bunch of dyes, there's petrochemicals, formaldehyde, synthetic perfumes and fragrances, and blah, 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 blah. Awful, okay? And so that is why we choose to use Thieves Young Living laundry soap. Not only is it safe for our family, our clothes, they don't even have a scent. Excuse me. It's just, they're clean. They're just natural, clean. They smell fresh, what they should smell. Okay. My dogs will have accidents, like pee-pee accidents on blankets, and I'll pop them in there and there's no urine smell, like none. Okay. Any of my cloth diapers for my baby, like it gets it all out. I make a stain remover. I can even make my own bleach, DIY safe bleach if I want to, for my, actually I did for my whites to make them brighter, and it's all completely safe and toxic free, chemical free. It is so clean and safe. And I also use those wool balls instead of the dryer sheets, because dryer sheets are so toxic for you and everybody else. So yeah, I love it. So 80% of the 10,500 ingredients used in personal care products, I'm getting hot, y'all. I'm getting hot. Like, I'm so passionate about talking about these things. I know, like, is it the Holy Spirit, or I don't know what is happening, but like somebody needs to hear this, because it's true. Like, we've got to know what we're putting in our bodies, on our bodies, in our bodies. Like I said in the beginning, you breathe it 3 seconds, it's in your bloodstream. Hello. So a lot of our personal care products have not been adequately tested for safety. Remember that word pure? It's not even really adequately regulated. So there's tons of garbage in our personal care products, in our shampoos, in our conditioners, our lotions, our body soaps. Thomas, we're literally cleaning out our bathroom like 30 minutes before this call, and he had, I should just go get it, but he still had some old shaving cream, and it wasn't even opened. And I'm like, babe, you can't use this anymore. You're going to have to just throw this away. I don't even care that we've never even opened it. You have to throw it away because it has a ton of garbage in it. And I can't allow you to use this knowing that it's not good for your health. So parabens and phthalates. Parabens have been directly, okay, are y'all listening? Are you listening? Parabens have been directly linked to breast cancer. Okay. Parabens are in deodorant. Where do we put deodorant? Right here. And there's a whole bunch of garbage going right here. And that is where they find breast cancer, in this tissue. Okay. So like, we've got to like make some changes. So I'm sorry, I'm just going way off script, but I'm just super passionate about it because I care way too much. So parabens have directly been linked to breast cancer, reproductive issues. How many people do we know that are struggling with infertility? Phthalates have been linked to asthma, obesity, also breast cancer, birth defects, developmental issues, decreased fertility, poor semen quality. Phthalates interfere with the production of the male hormone testosterone. So all of these things cause horrible issues with our bodies and our development. And these are in things that we use every single day. Go ahead, Grace.
Yes. No, yesterday I had a joke. My friends, I have some friends over, and they were looking at, they saw the Thieves dishwashing soap, that you use on the counter. And so she said, I said, that's seeds. And she said, is that another company? I said, no, it's the same Young Living oils. And I said to her, dear, let me tell you, Young Living has over 700 products, and it's not just oils.
Yes.
So I went and I got my supplements and all of the different stuff that I had. And I said to her, she says, wow, that's a lot. So she says, oh, so you're selling all of these things? I said, no, I don't sell anything. I use these things and I share my story about how they are making my life so much more healthier, so much more pleasant. So we have deodorant, there's a shampoo, conditioner, and body wash. So when I got back, I didn't have any good body wash. So I found Daddy, I'm gonna give you a little secret. He had a 3-in-1 body wash and shampoo. And I said, well, sorry, this is a men's one, but I'm using this because I'm not using that toxic stuff. So when he comes back, there'll be none. Then I saw his shampoo that he uses, the one that they use to highlight the grays. They have Crew and some other ones. And I'm like, oh, this isn't open yet. This is going out. Because now we're not using that anymore. So there are lots of products that we can use with Young Living that makes us able to ditch and switch. So ditching is throwing out the bad things and switching to the awesome things. So when we know better, we can do better, right? God has given us these gifts and he has given us this knowledge of the truth. And so we're able to use the right things that are better for her, actually better for our health, because we are the gatekeepers of our homes. In the same way, I believe that when it comes to prayer and allowing the Holy Spirit to be with us in our home and in our environment, we are the ones that keep our homes, keep the evil forces and the evil forces of darkness through our prayers and stuff. So in the same way that we are physically gatekeepers, we're also gatekeepers in terms of not letting any toxic things in our homes. So, and as Tanisha is reminding me, these are God's precious gifts. And a little later, I'd like Tanisha to share a little bit later about her experience with what she's been using with Young Living. So at an appropriate time, I'm going to ask her to share a little bit, maybe on some of the oils in the starter kit. So Tanisha, get yourself ready. All right, now, one of the amazing things about Young Living is that it's an amazing company that has a promise that we call the seed to seal promise. And it sets Young Living apart from the time of planting of the seeds, because remember, everything that we have is a plant base. I was surprised when I was using my Young Living little pocket reference guide, Ruth, to find out that some of these things that I thought, how did they get that oil? Maybe they blended this and that, but they're actually plants. So many of them, I'm like, lemon myrtle is a plant. I thought that they just mixed the lemon oil with something else. No, lemon myrtle is actually a plant that has a fruit. Manuka is a plant. BJ here and I were he was looking at the book and he was getting so excited and because there was just a plant called Manuka and it was going to meet a need and to help him with that issue that he was having. So from seed to seal, it's all done in farms, and we're going to learn some more about that all over the United States and in some other countries. And they ensure that the soil is pure from the beginning and the distillation process is pure. And when it gets into this bottle and gets sealed, this is my yang. I can't pronounce it. Yang. When they're sealing it, they're sure that they tell you that it's 100% pure therapeutic grade, and not all oils are. You buy oils in the supermarket or in the convenience store or in the pharmacy. I used to buy oils in the pharmacy here, but it's just not the same. All right, Jessica, is it my turn or your turn? I can't see the numbers on my screen.
I think it's your turn. Keep going.
All right, so Young Living has been around for 27 years. It's 27 years of transparency, transparency, honesty, and integrity. So my friend yesterday, while we were at the beach, my friends were over with me. She's like, you're in a pyramid company. I said, no, it's not. And she says, and pyramid schemes are going to collapse after a while. I said, well, I'm in a multi-level marketing company. I can say that because you earn based on the work of the others below you that you have signed up. But I said to her, the most thing that I can say to you is that this is helping me. And I wanted to help you too. So this company has testing standards. They exceed organic standards. There are no pesticide, no chemicals. And guess what? The soil has to be pure for 50 years before it can be, they plant anything in it. Lavender farms, we have persons in our tribe who have been to the lavender farms, and they're talking about how just the entire process that they go through and the way the workers are, that it's just impeccable. The standard is just so high, and they make sure that the plants are harvested at their peak to make sure that the quality is good. There's testing, there's surprise audits, and it's just an amazing company to be a part of. And the farm is open to visitors. As I said, some of our tribe members have been to farms in the US. And Young Living has the largest selection of single oils and blends on the market. But there are other essential oil companies. That I met another company before I met Young Living, and somebody shared some of the stuff with me. But guess what? Not calling any names, but Young Living is the best. Okay, all right.
Yeah, I love Young Living because also that they're actually tested 90 times
Yes.
before they're even shipped out. So the quality of the oils are beyond anything that I've ever even known. Like, I don't know. It's super exciting. Oh, okay. This is me. I also wanted to add that essential oils is nothing new. We've actually used essential oils for centuries, since Egyptian times, well, even biblical times. Like there's the essential oils are mentioned over 1,000 times in the Bible. So it's the original medicine. Pharmaceuticals only came into play in the early 1920s. So before that, people used holistic medicine to help them with their needs, right? So there's different ways that you can use oils. You can use them aromatically, like I am right now with the diffuser, and you can inhale them. So you can, this is Valor. And so you can put a drop, in your hand, and you can rub it together, and you can inhale them, and then you can rub them on your skin, and you can put them on your wrist. You can put them on your feet. I drop them down my baby's spine. I rub them on my child's spine. My husband puts them on my spine, and I do it on his. We put them on their feet before bed. Anytime we have tummy issues, we rub them on our tummies. Like, you can put them on your skin. And then you can also ingest them. So you can put them in a veggie cap, or like some of them I'll just put on my tongue directly. And then you can put them in your beverages. You can add them to water. There's so many ways that you can use essential oils, and it's very, very, very beneficial. There are a few safety tips. Some citrus oils can be photosensitive. I haven't found that when you go into the sun. I haven't found that yet. Some oils can actually make your skin red, and that is because it's actually bringing the toxins out of your skin, is something new that I've learned. And if you have any type of burning, then you can add a carrier oil on top, and then that'll take away any of the burning that you may feel. Like you can add olive oil or coconut oil. You can even add vegetable oil, whatever you have on hand. That's just a carrier oil. I do, in the beginning, when I was using essential oils, it's always safe to dilute when you're beginning to put them on your skin, just because you want to be cautious and see how your body reacts. Especially with children, their skin is more permeable and it absorbs the oil more quickly. I know which ones are going to kind of make my children's skin red. And so I will mix those with coconut oil, but I just put them directly on their skin. And sometimes, like Brayden, my 12-year-old, he won't have a reaction at all to them. And so I just kind of have to watch him, but it's always better to be safe with the oils and to dilute them, especially with the hot oils like oregano, thyme, basil, peppermint, spearmint, wintergreen, anything like that. That's a hot oil, raven. You want to dilute them before putting them on your skin, and you definitely do not want to put them anywhere near your eyeballs. You will thank me later. Okay. Grace and I are super passionate about this slide, and we want to talk to you all about it. But tests have shown, like I said in the beginning, that oils reach the heart, liver, and thyroid in 3 seconds when inhaled. What? That's crazy, right? It's so amazing that God has given us these plants to help our bodies. Okay. They are found in the bloodstream 26 seconds after being topically applied. Our sense of smell is the only sense connected to the limbic lobe, the emotional control center of the brain. So, newsflash, I have COVID right now and I can't smell anything, but there are some oils that I can smell, and that's the only thing that I can smell right now. And I'm still using all the oils because I know that they're still getting to my heart, my liver, my thyroid. They're supporting all of my organs, all of my body systems, even though I can't smell it. And the other day, I was putting like peppermint almost up my nose because I just wanted to smell peppermint again. And I finally could smell a tiny bit. And it immediately brought me so much comfort because number one, it's peppermint, and peppermint is such a good smelling oil, and it brings me so much comfort because that's one of the first oils that I had. And so, and Grace and I are learning that these oils have a huge impact on our emotions, and we're finding so much relief. I left my book in the other room, but we have this whole book that's called Oils and Emotions, and they have such a huge impact in releasing the bondage of some of our emotions, and we pair them with the essential oils, and we pair them with prayer, and we pair them with scripture, and it has been absolutely like freeing. And Dr. Gary Young is the founder of Young Living Essential Oils, and there's an oil blend that is actually the memory blend, and it helps you to let go of those negative emotions from memories. And Idaho Blue Spruce is also one of those that it helps you release the negative emotions from a memory. And there's a few things. I'm not going to tell you all these things because it's too much to say, but like it's truly incredible. And I know, okay, I know it sounds like a bunch of heebie-jeebie nonsense, but it's not. Does God create anything bad?
No.
Does he create anything bad for us?
Yeah.
No, he says that he
Love.
creates all things good for those who love him, right? And he created the Idaho blue spruce. It's called, I can't even pronounce it. Okay. Picaya pungens branch leaf wood tree. Okay. He created this tree and he knew what he was doing when he created this tree to help us break these bondage of these negative emotions with our feelings. Okay, I'm going to stop talking. Go ahead, Grace.
Jessica, are you able to share my chart? Can you find it and share it?
Yeah.
So Jessica and I started a little challenge to do a oils and emotions clearing of negative emotional patterns. So
Can
the
you
book
see
that,
this?
the book that she mentioned, I'm sorry I don't have my book with me here, but it's called Releasing the Emotional Patterns with Oils. So what we do is that we identify the negative emotions that we're feeling. When I got back from the US, I was lost. I drove into Jamaica and everywhere was locked down and the streets were empty and everything was closed. And I just felt strange. Then I had to go into 14 days of quarantine and I couldn't get anything done. I was just walking up and down in the house. So Jessica and I were talking about some challenges that we were facing individually in our lives. And we decided to use the oils because we said, I was like, why am I feeling like this? I've got oils. I said, Jessica, whatever you're going through, we've got oils. The girls in the house, laughing at me up at the house because I keep saying, I've got an oil for that, for everything. I said, I've got an oil for that. And there's a shirt that we have in Young Living that says, I've got an oil for that. So the first thing I found out was that I was agitated. So the book tells you what you find the emotion, you try to figure out why you're feeling that way, the underlying cause of what you're going through, and then you look for the other side. So the book tells you what's the other side. Dr. Caroline Main did a lot of work along with Dr. Gary Young in transpersonal physiology, where they look at a lot of different things about body types and how your body types influence your emotions and your diet and a number of things. And also how you can use acupuncture, the alarm points, not just the body, but in the hands and the feet, because you know that the hands and the feet have points that are connected to different organs. So yesterday, one of the girls that were laughing at me, she took up the book and she said, she needed an oil for her sinuses, and she showed me that the sinus connection is in these at the base of these 3 fingers. So I said, wow, I was even saying it was 2. She said, no, it's 3. Remember, they were laughing at me when I was doing my meditation and using the oils. So as you see from the chart, I'm just going to do agitated. So I take my tea tree oil, and the book tells you that there's a statement of affirmation or a way out. And then I found a scripture that goes with that. So I take the oil and I put it in my non-dominant hand, which is my left hand. I put 1 drop. Then at the same time, I put 2 drops on these 2 fingers because I'm going to apply to an alarm point on the body. The book tells me that the alarm point is the blood pressure. Now, when you go to the nurse and you're doing the blood pressure, you put it on your arm where the biceps are, right up here, okay? On your arm, that's where the nurse puts the blood pressure machine. So while I'm doing that, when I put it in my hand, I put it in my non-dominant hand, use the right hand, and I do 3 rotations. That was more than 3. When I inhale it, and I say, I am centered. Then I use Isaiah 30 and verse 15. I say, in returning and rest, I am saved. In quietness and confidence is my strength. I do that to my arms too. I said, in returning and rest, I am saved. In quietness and confidence is my strength. And I try to do this several times throughout the day. I do it early in the morning. Actually, I start my devotionals time with this. So I get centered. I have the scripture I pray and then I go into my devotions, and I do the same thing at night. The last one, I have to do that one because I love purification. It smells delicious. I was having a problem with anger, and I didn't know that I was so angry until I really started to act angry. So I use purification. I drop it in my hand. I'm not going to show that I'm going to put it on my breast, just pretend. Or I can put it on the alarm point. On my pinky finger is where the alarm point is on my fingers. And there's a point on your foot too, on the bottom of your foot. So I love the verse. Oh, the other side of anger is laughter. And whenever I say laughter, I automatically smile, laughter. And I do my rotation. I inhale. You get angry when something is blocking you. You want something to be done. You want somebody to do something for you. Even a relationship, you want somebody to love you according to your love language and what you want, and you're not getting through that way. So, oh, you feel angry. My direction is clear, and I love the verse. Ephesians 4, verse 31. I put all bitterness, wrath, anger, clamor, and evil speaking, go away from me. That's scripture. So I said, Lord, I put all bitterness, wrath, anger, clamor, and evil speaking away from me. And believe you me, you might think, oh, that's crazy, but it works. So I have my little container with those oils in there that I'm using for my routine. And I told Jessica this morning that I'm finished clearing some of these negative emotions. So tomorrow I'm going to change my oils. And I just like this chart. Jessica and I have, well, Danny created a Excel sheet, but I like having my handwritten chart because I can put it on the floor while I sit on my mat, my yoga mat. I'm not doing yoga, but I'm using the same principle of meditation and meditating on the word and having these negative emotional patterns being cleared. Believe you me, it works, and it's not heebie-jeebie. All right, Jessica, over to you.
It's definitely not. I love that. Thank you so much for sharing. So the last thing that we're just going to go over is the oils that come in the premium starter kit. The first one that I wanted to talk about was frankincense. And frankincense actually has over 10,000 uses. And we've all heard of frankincense. Who got frankincense? Baby Jesus. And something else I've learned is that actually, this is so cool. So before Jesus came, right? Before he died for us, they would have to sacrifice a lamb, right? And of course, I'm not going to say all this right because I'm doing this on a whim, but basically the priest would use frankincense after he sacrificed the lamb and the blood would pour out. He would use frankincense to, I guess, purify the air and purify the smell from the dead lamb. And and it was almost, it's so much deeper than that, and I'm butchering this, but anyway, frankincense is amazing, and frankincense is so incredible for our bodies. And I put it on my son's spines every day. So peppermint, like I said, we love peppermint, right? Peppermint I use a lot for head tension. I love to make peppermint brownies. You can put peppermint in coffee. Think about a peppermint hot cocoa. Yum. Peppermint cookies. Like, oh my gosh, you can do a gajillion things with peppermint. Lavender essential oil. Everybody has heard of lavender essential oil. I know Ruth and Jackie love lavender essential oil. I put lavender on Weston and Braden every single night, every night. Weston broke out into hives because from COVID also. And so I put lavender on his rash, and it really relieved it a lot. Citrus Fresh. These are all the oils that come in the premium starter kit. For our European friends, there are some that are different. that come in your starter kit, you actually get purification that Grace was talking about with the healing of that emotion of anger. Oh, excuse me. And purification essential oil is like, everybody loves purification because it is really good for odors, any odors in your home. I can't remember if y'all have Citrus Fresh in your kit, Jackie.
What do you have? Ruth, can you unmute and tell us, Ruth? You can unmute and tell us if you have Citrus Fresh, do you?
Citrus Fresh, that I'll get that as an extra one. I've got one at the bottom of my kit.
Okay.
So I'll get Citrus Fresh. It doesn't come with the, come at the bottom. Where is it?
Okay.
Yeah, I get it at the
Do
bottom.
you get
of
stress
my-
away? Do you get stress away?
Yes, that's stress away.
Yeah. Let
Come on,
Ruth tell us a little bit
I
about
have it in the bedroom.
Ruth can tell us a little bit about how you use the oils and how they affect you.
Yeah, I use the lavender and I put it in my diffuser. I put it an hour before I go to bed, and also I do it in my living room after I clean the house with my thieves. I do all my cleaning. I wipe down my furniture. I wipe down everything in my kitchen. I spray because I dilute it and put it in the spray bottle.
Yes.
So I put a cap full in there, fill it up, and I spray it. I should have everything here actually to show. But and I spray the floor, and then I mop it afterwards. And with my washing as well, the same thing. I use my my thieves washing.
Yes.
Yeah, I've diluted it already. It's in the kitchen. That's why I just keep this for show when I come on. So I diluted it. I still got plenty in there. If you can see, I got plenty more in there.
And the
It's
stress
only
away is
diluted
delicious,
it.
isn't it?
It's still going. Yeah. So
Delicious is the word I use for stress away. It smells delicious. When I step into the room, I always say, delicious.
Yeah, when I come from work, I put in the stress away in my diffuser, and I put that in there, and I just sit in and I just pray, thank God for for coming, reaching us far. I've just come back from work, and thank God for bringing me home safe. And I just relax for a bit before I go and get something to eat. Yeah, so I use that. And also I use the thieves again. I still put it with my lavender in the bedroom. I do that an hour before I go down. That's if I go down. So then I'm gonna quite late, but I put it in and it's off before I go in the room.
Awesome.
Yeah, and also the pan away, which I put one side because I've
On the
already
next slide, Jessica, can you go to the next slide?
Sorry.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, the pan away I use, I still got it. It's in the bedroom at the moment, but I use the pan away, and I did that after I came back from college one Saturday, and I was so shattered in pain. But it did help the discomfort area. I had to rub it on my palm, and plus put it in the diffuser again, and then put that on and just relax in the sofa just from it. By the time I put my head back on the sofa, that was it. It's just like, where did the pain go? I got up and did what I had to do, did my regular Saturday cleaning, and then off I go again. And then I went to do my vegetables, steam my vegetables. I've got the lemon is finished now. I'm still waiting for my order to come through. Lemon, I use that to steam my vegetables, and I put it in my vegetable pan.
That's
and
brilliant.
Yeah, I use everything. I use it on everything I can think of.
Awesome.
So go for it. Yeah, it really soothing. It's very, very soothing. Definitely the pan away. I use that quite often. It's really good for the discomfort area. And after hard days work, stress away is fantastic.
I know.
Yeah, it's very,
Jessica,
very
is there
good.
anything else on that you want to talk about? Peace and calming. I do that all the time. Valor is awesome. Valor is for grounding. We call it liquid courage. If I'm going to have a meeting and I think it's going to be a difficult meeting and I'm not sure what I'm going to say or stuff, I use Valor. And it just smells amazing, but it's just great. Jessica, you want to talk about these?
Sure. Yeah, I love lemon also, Ruth. Digize, I can't remember if y'all have Digize or not in your kit, but Digize, I don't live without. Like
Yes.
I don't even travel without Digize, because anytime you have any tummy issues or you feel like you're gonna throw up or you're having indigestion, anytime any issues, Digize is gonna be your BFF. Okay. I actually even have a kid one. There's tummy jaws for kids, and it has this roller on top, and I'll just roll it on their tummies. And it is like the best. I mean, like the best thing. Okay. I'm telling you.
Bye-bye to Tums and antacids. Bye-bye,
yeah.
Tums and antacids. I just put Digest on my tongue, and I don't need the Tums and those tablets. I just need that Digest.
Absolutely. And I don't have to buy any tummy issue things for my kids. And literally, like, it like we thought we had a stomach virus a few months ago, and Thomas just used Digest and he didn't throw up. So it's so good. Luckily, I don't think we had a stomach virus. Okay, Raven. So I think in Europe y'all have RC, which is pretty similar, but Raven is for all those sinus issues. It's really good to open up the airways. We love Raven so much. Okay, so I think that was all
Yep.
12 oils.
Yes. Okay, Jessica, you close out. We're gonna be finished in a little bit.
Yeah, so those were all the oils that come in the starter kit. You also get a couple of the Thieves samples. You get the Thieves hand sanitizer, which is incredibly sought after. You get the beautiful diffuser, and you get 2 samples of the Ningxia Red drink, which is something that I drink every single day. It helps me with my energy, and it's in a complete total body wellness drink. It has the most antioxidants on the ORAC scale. We all know blueberries are super powerful and helpful for us with our antioxidants, but this has the wolfberry or the goji berry in it, and it blows the blueberry out of the water. And Ningxia Red is incredible. So we drink it every single day, my whole family. So that was one kit. There's several ways to get started. This is just, like I said, the best bang for your buck. This is just what we like to show the most, just because it's easy and you're going to have the all these amazing oils to start your wellness journey on. And then when you say yes to Young Living, you get to be a part of our community, and we have way more than 30,000. We have I think we have almost 60,000 in our tribe alone of men and women and families, of people who have said yes, that they want to start their own wellness journey and be the gatekeeper over their home and over their wellness. So that's kind of the end of our presentation, but I also wanted to mention that Young Living is making a lot of changes right now with just how they do things, and it's super exciting, and it's going to be really easy for I guess just for people to order what they want. So we're super excited for all of those changes, and like I said, there's different kits that you can purchase. There's better, best, there's basic, better, and best. The best way was the premium starter kit. There's a better, which would be, there's a thieves kit, which is only 125 American dollars. And that comes with all the thieves things that you need to get started. And then there's a basic kit, which is only $35. And you can add on any of the products that you were interested in, and kind of just go from there. And of course, it's different for Europe and America and Canada. And so we can just kind of talk about it, just whatever you may be interested in. I can even kind of put together your own package that that would fit your family. So there's lots of ways to start of any budget. And like we said, we just want you guys to say yes to being the gatekeeper over your home and your wellness, and no longer live with, I didn't know in the beginning. I didn't know that there was another way in the beginning. I thought, oh, well, I have to clean my house with bleach and Lysol and all these things. There's nothing else. And I don't want to spend $10 on a little bottle of something else that is better for my home because I couldn't afford it. So if I can do this, then anybody can do this. So I'm a stay-at-home mom, like we're a one family income, and it's not that difficult, I'm telling you. So yeah, I'm super excited to talk to all of you about it and hear what you think. And one other thing that is an add-on is it's called Essential Rewards or Loyalty Rewards. And Young Living has this program that you can opt in, where each month you can switch and ditch the things that you were using for Young Living products that are safe for you and your family. And that is how I've taken this whole entire year to switch and ditch and to make my home and us completely chemical free. And so it's been super, that's why I said in the beginning that this has been a year of transformation, because I have completely transformed our home. So, yeah, so, don't feel overwhelmed. We're here to help you, and we just care so much. So I'm going to stop sharing my screen, and I'm going to stop recording. Thank you so much for being